Hello and welcome. Yes, we have gathered here again, just the four of us this time, to discuss a Sarah Jane adventure story. In fact, it's the first ever Sarah Jane adventure story, Invasion of the Bane. Let's see what Luke has to say about this. Go ahead, Beef Dad.
This, as an opener for the series, it was broadcast probably about 6 months before the actual rest of the series. It is superbly written, and the cast they got together for it were just absolutely amazing. Obviously, Elizabeth Sladen as Sarah Jane is she's a wonderful woman. Cannot put a foot wrong for me. The kids, they cast the kids brilliantly. The kid playing Luke is the archetype is superb. Maria Jackson, who's just moved in across the road, also is absolutely superb. But we get to the villains, and Samantha Bond as Mrs. Wormwood is just evil down to the roots of her hair, and it is an incredible performance from her. It really is. It's just pure and utter villainy, and I'm not talking about pantomime villainy. I'm talking about real threat villainy. She's a nasty piece of work. The special effects for the Bane, I absolutely loved them. I thought they were brilliant. I thought they were really good, especially when it's chasing them around the house. That caused me some amusement. Yeah, as I said, I couldn't really find a weak link in it. Kelsey Hopper, played by Portia Lawrence Mather, as Mariah Jackson's new friend, she was absolutely appallingly irritating. It's the way it was written, it's the way it was directed, and the way the girl put it across was brilliant, because she was really annoying. You wanted to slap her. And in fact, I watched it just now again, and I still find myself wanting to slap her every time I see her. She just did such a brilliant job of it. And also got quite a few of the comedy bits, which she handled very well for a young'un. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. Did you want a rating 10? There you go.
A 10 from our very own Luke. Yes, Beef Dad. Now we go over to our very own Mrs. Wormwood. So what does Lee have to say about this one? Is it going to be another 10, Lee? It'd be.
Well, you'll have to see. Yeah, I mean, Sarah Jane, one of my all-time favourite Doctor Who companions, Liz Sladen, what a brilliant actress. And it was about time she was given a chance to shine on her own without the Doctor, and it was a good start to a brilliant series. The kids, yeah, I can't fault the kids. I know Beef Dad said about, was it Kelsey? Yeah, I'm very glad that she didn't appear in any of the other series, to be honest, and she was replaced by Clyde. Clyde was far better character than Kelsey. Yeah, the effects was okay. I've seen better, but they're okay. Story was good. I did get fed up with a bubble shock every so often coming up, bubble shock, buy this, buy that, and even Blue Peter advertising it. Come on now. And I've got to agree with Beef Dad. Samantha Bond, what a brilliant villainess. She was awesome in this. So awesome she comes back to redo the part later on down the series. But yeah, it's a good start to a series. It's not one of the best episodes of the series. There are better ones. But it's enjoyable for an hour special. It's a New Year's Day special, and it's I mean, also, Sarah Jane's got a little runabout. That lovely car she runs about in. That is is it? You know, is that her own little Bessie? I don't know, but it's a little. One thing I'm not keen on though is the Sonic lipstick. You know, not for me. It's a bit. But from the rating wise, I'm going to give it an 8.
So there you have it, an 8 from Lee Wilson. Yes, our very own Mrs. Wormwood. Yes, thank you, Lee. What are you shaking your head for? And now we go over to Neo. Lady Neo, what do you have to say about this one?
Yes, the invasion of the Bane. Sarah Jane Adventures. Now, for me, I always thought Sarah Jane was kind of like the Doctor. She has her own Sonic, which is the Sonic lipstick, because she's a girl. She has to have it. Anyways, she's got her own Sonic lipstick. She's technically, I think of her attic like a TARDIS of a sense. Since she's got like a supercomputer, Mr. Smith, which I think is awesome. The guy who plays that voice. K9? We got a little appearance by K9. I instantly thought K9 and Company. I was freaking out a little bit. Let's see. Then we have the people across the road. You got Maria and Alan. Their introduction was very good. Her mom, you don't like her mom. You're meant to not like her mom. She's just annoying. And she's like, oh, I want that check. I was like, check it up. You never mind. But still, you're meant to not like her. And that's a good thing, because that's the plot. That's their storyline starting to flow into play. Let's see. You've got the supposed friend, the annoying, got on my nerves. I wanted to slap her too. Kelsey. She just felt too overbearing to me. More like she was pushing her way in. Like when she first showed up, she pushed her way into the house. And she's like, here, drink this, do this. And then, I'm sorry, the girl can't scream. I'm glad she was replaced with Clyde due to the fact that I know she probably would have mellowed out later, but still, you couldn't feel for her. You just didn't give a crap about her. You wish she would, get hit by a bus or something. But now on to Miss Wormwood. Love Miss Wormwood. I love the conversation. I'm going to say this word wrong. I love when Sarah Jane and Mrs. Wormwood were talking. They were doing the interview. It was just so evil. Heck, I got chills. I kind of wanted to run away. So I'm glad they brought her back in later episodes, because to me she is, I'm going to keep comparing it to Doctor Who, but she is like the master to me for Sarah Jane. I mean, I know later on she has another villain that kind of somewhat portrays it, but she's more manipulative. She can manipulate you. She can be all nice and dandy when need be, but she's just downright vicious. Okay, who else? Luke Smith. Cute. He's so cute, so young and cute looking, and he's running down the corridors, and he's just so adorable in this one. Just cute. Let's see. His acting was really good as well. And I like how the way he portrayed him picking up things in a matter of moments. Let's see. I don't know what else I want to say. Let's see. Anything else? No, I'm going to stop. Overall, the plot was good. Minus Kelsey, the acting was good. So I would give this I'm going to give it a 10, but I'm going to have to give it a 9.5 out of 10.
A 9.5 from Neo. Thank you, Neo. And there's a lot of talk about slapping. I would like to say that we don't condone violence on here at the Whovians. Well, sometimes. It depends. Anyway, what do I think? Well, I love this. I really do. I love Sarah Jane. I love the Sarah Jane Adventures. Sarah Jane is my favourite ever Doctor Who companion, without a shadow of a doubt. I like Donna, but Sarah Jane wins. I love this story. I love the whole Sarah Jane series. I love the humour in this. It's very, very funny. The acting is great. Like others have said, Mrs. Wormwood is a great villain, and she is evil. And I love evil. I love it. I love a bit of evil. I really do. I absolutely adore this. It's great. Luke's great. I like the fact that Sarah Jane doesn't want to know anybody at first. She's very closed off. And then by the end of it, she's got herself a little family, a little growing family, And I absolutely love that. I just love it. And I worked this out earlier. I'm going to base my rating on this. I worked this out earlier. This episode consists of 3,600 seconds. Yep. You know where I'm going. And I loved every single second of this episode. So my score, yes, I can see you all smiling. My score is 3,600 out of 10. And now, after that, if you can all get over the shock, I'm going to open up the floor to anybody who wants to speak.
I like going back. We'll forget your score there, Ali. We'll go back to this one. I like the little nods to the past, the photographs of the Brigadier. And there was a little still of K9 and Sarah Jane from K9 and company there, but also there were the mention of Ali. Yeah, also at the end there where she was going to name Luke, but she also mentioned Alistair, Harry.
Yes, yeah.
Those little names, just little nods to the wink to the past, And is it me, but didn't Sarah Jane's velvet burgundy coat remind you of the Fourth Doctor's coat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very much so. Yeah. I don't know if they did that on purpose, but
you said sorry to butt in, but you said something about the graphics in this. I thought the graphics were very good, especially
for when it was, they were okay. But the graphics evolve as the series goes along, and to me, there are better CGI as the series goes along.
Oh right, yeah, I see what you mean, yeah.
The Bane mother and stuff like that was a bit iffy, but passable.
But for the time, it was good.
For the time
when you were watching it live, sort of thing.
Yeah, I quite enjoyed the scene with K9 trying to plug the black hole, and Kelsey saying, "You've got a metal dog with his bum in a black hole." That was funny. Yes, I know Kelsey was annoying. But that doesn't take it away from the performance of the actress that played her, because she was supposed to be annoying. And she did it really, really well. I don't think that was the actual girl herself. I think it was just a performance. So, the voice of Mr. Smith, the supercomputer, that was played by Alexander Armstrong, who is very well known in England as a game show host.
Pointless, yeah.
Yeah, very pointless.
Yeah, but yeah, I love the bit with K9. The good dog, affection, duly noted, mistress. It was magic.
It's a shame. It's a shame K9 didn't appear in the series much more than Then we have little brief cameos here and there. But
yeah, and
it's a shame that
when Luke went off to university, the dog went with him.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have worked, would it?
Why?
I don't think it would have worked if you had K9 in the series the whole time.
And it was K9 Mark II, wasn't it?
But, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But the guy who played the muffin from the factory. I mean, yeah. Anyone less like an alien you couldn't really hope to find, and then all of a sudden he changes. That was just great. It was good fun. It really was good fun.
Does that mean or something?
Say again, Neil. What did you say?
Well, she kept saying that, and I was like, "What does muffin mean? Is that what she like him? Is he cute? What?"
Yeah.
Oh.
It was K9 Mark IV, by the way.
It was Mark 4,
Oh.
was it? Ah,
Mark 4, yes. Sarah Jane had Kanan Mark 3, but then he was destroyed in School Reunion.
oh, that's right. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yes. No, you are
yeah,
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Which, if school reunion hadn't happened, this wouldn't have happened.
True. True.
That's something
Yeah.
to think about, isn't it?
Yeah. Well,
Well,
it was brilliant.
Sarah Jane would never had a second chance.
Yeah.
That's how much of an impact Sarah Jane has.
Yeah.
And for a whole new generation who never watched the classic series, who weren't born when the classics were on, they might have caught up with them, some of them. But for a new generation to fall in love with Sarah Jane, you know,
It was a real piece of magic.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah. A little bit of Whovian magic.
It's such a shame we lost her so early.
Yeah.
That's it. It had so much more to give. It really did. It had so much more to give, and so did Sarah Jane. You know.
Yes.
Yeah, she's sorely missed.
Back to the episode, though. I thought the mother was funny. I like the mother.
Oh no, Maria's mother.
Yeah.
Here.
I thought she was funny. Yeah.
It's comical because Maria only does this one series, and then they have a new family move in across the road, Asian family, and the father's the headmaster of the local school where they go.
Yeah.
And the mother is a florist, and she is completely and utterly nuts. There is no other way to put it. The woman is a complete and utter nutter.
She doesn't need.
So when we finally when one day we hopefully we may get to series 2 and we'll get to meet Matt. It's funny. The mothers across the road from Sarah Jane always seem to be complete and utterly mental. I don't know why, but it works.
I'm putting it down to Russell T Davis. I don't know what don't know what neighbours he's had across the road.
Yeah, it could be.
If you're watching this, Russell T Davis, comment below. You know, let us know. I hope he's watching. Does anybody else have anything to add?
I found her car. It's a mint green Nissan. I think it's Figaro, Figaro.
Figaro.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like the car.
It's a nice little runabout. It suited her.
Yeah, you know why they call it a runaround?
Here we go.
Because you run around in it.
They haven't got any floor.
It's like the Flintstones, is it?
Oh,
like the Flintstones.
And on that note,
On that bombshell.
Yes. But you said, Lee, about the Sonic lipstick, didn't you? That you didn't like it.
I don't know. I thought that was just too cheesy.
I don't know. I think it fits. Isn't Mr. Smith cheesy? Mr. Smith, he's cheesy.
No, I just don't. No, to me, the Sonic lipstick was just cheesy for me.
Yeah,
well,
but
no,
it
I
serves
think she needed something that was going to be
Open
a
doors.
help to her getting in and out of places. And I mean,
Well, why not? Well, she could have had a screwdriver as well.
yeah, I know, but it's
Well,
much
no, that's
easier
a
for a
doctor.
lady to have a Sonic lipstick, isn't it?
You can put it in your purse very easily and pull it out without a problem.
Yeah. It's quite small. You can conceal it in all sorts of tiny spaces.
Yeah, Sonic, and then next it'll be a Sonic mascara, Sonic blusher. You know, where does it
You
stop?
wish.
Pardon?
Can you see her pulling out a big old giant Sonic screwdriver? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that would have worked, a Sonic screwdriver.
No, but
I
I
can't
just didn't like
remember
that.
whether you said it before the cast, Neo, or on the cast, but you said Sarah Jane is a lot like the Doctor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
No special. Remember she had that watch? That watch she had? I don't know.
oh
if she
yes,
did.
it flips
Yeah.
up. Yes, it flips open, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah,
That's kind of like a miniature Mr. Smith in a sense, isn't it?
almost. Yeah, it's a locator. It tells her whether or not there are alien life forms in the vicinity. I mean,
Yeah.
the thing is, everybody goes on about the female Doctor Who and how they don't want it and how it wouldn't work. And basically, Sarah Jane Smith has been a female Doctor Who. And I'm sorry, she'd still be running now, was she still alive?
Yeah.
Because she was very, very, very popular with the kids, and quite popular with the adults too, who liked the old classics. So yeah, I don't think they will ever probably have a female Doctor. I think the outcry will probably be.
I don't think they'll do that either.
But the thing is, if anybody says they would like to see a female Doctor, just point them in the direction of the Sarah Jane Chronicles and say, there you are, you've got a female Doctor there. Get on with it.
To be honest, people should be watching Sarah Jane Adventures anyway, in my opinion. If you haven't seen Sarah Jane Adventures, then you need to be watching it.
Someone's biased here, aren't they?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Well, they are canon. They are canon because they've included the Doctor on several occasions. So yeah,
Twice, didn't they? Twice.
Yeah,
Twice. Yeah.
David Tennant turned up. The Wedding of Sarah Jane Smith, and Matt Smith turned up in the Death of the Doctor. So yeah, so they are considered part of the Whooniverse.
Well, they couldn't see it, right? Because it was on the children's channel, right?
It was on BBC One.
Oh, I thought it was
on the main channel. It was about 5. Was it 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock?
Yeah, it was. Evening time. Yeah.
Early. Yeah, it's on BBC. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay.
This episode, Invasion of the Bane, was aired on New Year's Day.
Oh.
It was a New Year's Day special sort of thing. Yeah, very good. I enjoyed it then. I enjoy it today.
Yeah.
Did it get good ratings on that day?
It hasn't faded.
Sorry, Neil, what did you say?
Did it get good ratings on that day? I would think with it being on New Year's Day like that, it might not be getting good ratings.
I don't know the ratings. I don't know the ratings, what it got. I wish I did. It'd be very interesting. But, no, it definitely hasn't aged, Beef Dad. I don't think at all. I mean, the graphics, yeah, but graphics always age a little bit, don't they? Because you always get better graphics. You know, things that you're watching now, the new series of Doctor Who that's just been, in 10 years' time, you'll be saying, oh, but we've got 45K television now, you know. So things change like that.
On the day, on the day, that was literally on the day, so it was New Year's Day, so everybody was out celebrating in various places, and this isn't bad. It got 2.9 million viewers.
Wow.
Is that consolidated? Is that like all rounded off, or is that just like overnight?
That's just the overnight rate. The overnight rating.
Oh, so on repeats it would have.
Yeah, on repeats.
Yeah, it would have got more on repeats. Yeah.
Now, that's not bad for a kids' TV show early evening.
First ever of its series. Yeah, it's very, very good. Yeah,
it's no wonder the series followed.
But didn't the BBC? I think Russell T Davies said this. Didn't they want him to do a different spin-off? They wanted him to do a different spin-off, didn't they? I think.
Oh.
I think they wanted him to do a young Doctor or something like that. I seem to recall something like that. They wanted to do something different.
Yeah, a child Doctor.
Yeah, and then Russell T Davies said,
"No.
What about this? Yeah, no. Yeah.
I think that'd be a bad idea having Doctor Who broadcast on at the same time. If you're having a younger version, that's not a good idea.
Yeah, but the BBC doesn't really come up with good ideas, does it? It's the BBC.
Well, no. Well, we know it's 2016 and we've got no New Who.
I've got a bonus question actually. I'm going to give a bonus question out there. Here we come for a bonus question.
Okay.
No.
With because Class is coming out, which is another spin-off of Doctor Who. Do you think there is any possibility of a classic companion coming into that?
To be totally honest,
happening with the new series, is it? Let's put it like that. It's not happening with the main series. What do you think of
It
the
would be good if
potential.
that would be nice. That would be nice. Now, if this is set at a school,
Coal Hill.
I can think of a classic companion
I'm going.
who could possibly turn up there.
Don't say it. You're going to destroy our hopes. I don't want to even think about it.
Oh, go on, say it.
He's an original.
Go on then.
Yeah.
Who is it?
No, I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, to be honest, class is not getting my juices flowing at the moment.
They didn't do any trailers or anything, right?
No,
Or-
no,
there's no
when,
trailers.
when it was announced, I thought, that was it.
But that's good though. Low expectations, because you might be surprised when you see it.
You
If
see,
I see
I
it.
agree with Beef Dad. I think there possibly could be. I don't think it's who Beef Dad thinks it will be.
What, Chatterton?
Yeah, I know. I don't think it'll be him. I wish it would, but I just don't think it will. I think he's, considering his age, I just don't think they'll put him in.
Yeah, he is a little older than me.
Because don't they have the BBC have regulations, don't they, for when you're over the age of a certain age? Is it 80 or 85?
Oh, yeah.
Where they have very strict regulations on what you can do. Because I think Last of the Summer Wine, which is a comedy series, suffered from that. Why is everybody laughing?
No, basically, Last of the Summer Wine tended
When I'm saying this, everybody sat laughing.
Last of the Summer Wine tended to suffer from illnesses rather than anything, and that was basically because you had an elderly cast.
Yeah, but weren't they restricted?
People weren't taken out because of that.
No, they weren't taken out, but they were restricted on things that they could do. They could only.
Oh yeah, they
very,
weren't
very
allowed to
little
juggle
certain
soot.
things. Yeah.
And
Nick
I
Nick
don't
Fog.
think,
They couldn't Nick Fog either.
yeah, pole vaulting wasn't allowed.
Yeah.
What about synchronized swimming?
No, synchronized knitting, yes.
And bedroom scenes were totally out of the question.
Oh yes,
Oh
absolutely.
God, I'm gonna end it here. I apologize to your viewers. This has gone into chaos. This is what happens when there's only just the four of us here. When there's just me, Neo, Beef Dad, and Lee. I can only apologize. I really can. All I can say is, Jimmy, you've got a lot of editing to do.
And I can say, Jimmy, if I was you, I wouldn't bother editing. Put it out like this. It's a bit of fun.
Yeah, we're having a ball. Yeah. And I hope you're having a ball watching it. Don't laugh, Lee. Lee's
Sorry.
just corpsed. Okay, has anybody got anything else to add?
I've just wet
Apart from your
myself.
resignations. Neil's gone.
No, but it's been lovely having this one with the four of us.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this. I'd like to
I've
thank
enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'd like to thank everybody here for joining me. We've had a really good time, and I hope that you've had a good time watching. And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, wherever else you find us. In the street, follow us in the street. See Lee in the street? No, don't follow Lee.
No.
No. Okay. On that note, we will see you next time. Have fun, keep happy, and keep on hooing.